Good evening. So glad you dropped by tonight. My name is Lynda Phippen. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Ontario, Canada. I have created a few cards that I hope will inspire you. I've learned a few new tricks that I'm going to share with you. And so just relax, get yourself a coffee or tea, and let's just get this thing rolling. So this is our first card that we're going to work on today, and it's a very special card because it's made for my mom, who has a birthday next week, and she will be 94, and I worked making it with a little extra love. So I'm glad to be able to share this with you. Now, because it's slimline, we get a little nervous about different sizes of cards, but it's nice to sort of do something a little different. So the envelope is 8 3/4 by 3 3/4. So the card itself, when it's finished, is 7 by 8 1/2, and it's scored at 3 1/2. So it fits, as you can see, perfect. So I'll leave these dimensions below. So don't be nervous about trying something a little different. The slimline set, if you wish, this is a die that comes with Stampin' Up! But I didn't want this look, although it is nice. I did want the trellis look. So this is what I was going for. Here, I'll show you on my blank card here. This is what I was going for. And you can see that it's not perfect, but what I've done is used that opportunity for the sentiment. So just to show you how you do this, this first piece does have to go upside down. So I put it on the bottom so that you can tell that it is the bottom part, but not enough to be worried about. And when I was doing this card, I was covered in glue, so I did use our adhesive sheets, and I will show you how to do this. So the first one, you do have to put glue on. So we can do that with trying not to get too much, but you don't have to have a lot of glue on this because the adhesive parts on our outer part of the trellis will hold down pieces that we don't get glued very well. So see if I can do this without putting glue in too many places. Okay, so there is our first part. And I do have glue, which is inevitable. So let's get this so we don't get it on the back of our card. And you can just dab little bits. But the best part is to have your second layer, which has the adhesive on it. And it just needs to come off. A little smoother than that, though. Oh, I see, because I've got the end of it. Okay, I see what I've done. Adhesive didn't quite go to the end. Okay, so as you peel it off, here, let's get that off. I did want to, there we go. Now this is the magic. So you line it up. And all of these pieces do have adhesive, so they will hold down the bottom layer. So you just want to line each side up. So it's actually better if not all of the pieces come off. I think I've got it all. One more piece here. Okay. So again, just going slowly, getting it to line up. And there is our trellis. So I really like that. I was very pleased with that. Okay, so the next thing that I did was happy birthday. And I did want to I'll just cut this just a little bit. Use one of our punches to get just a little different. See if I can get this straight. There we go. I think I needed just a little bit. Okay, so then we have happy birthday. And I did glue that directly on so that the flowers themselves could have some dimension. So we'll just cover this. Now we have a perfect trellis. Okay, so then I've chosen for all of my cards today the colors of the Ukrainian flag, yellow and blue. And it's just my little way of acknowledging and standing with these folks who are going through something that we never thought we would see in our lifetime, that's for sure. Okay, so we have some yellow flowers, and I'm going to get some dimension for some of the blue flowers. And I didn't put I didn't choose green because I didn't want to take away from the blue and the yellow. So what I did was I put gold leaves on. And use just two more flowers here. And then by adding the greenery that's gold, adds a little class, I thought. I might have to trim that greenery. And let's see, I've got a little bit more. This is why I get ink or pieces of of glue all over everything. There we go. just put one more piece of gold on this card. And then I used gold gems. And my thought was, because it's my mom and she's only going to be 94 once, that I'm going to make sure she gets lots of bling on her card. Okay, so that's the outside of the card. The inside, I already have it cut, and again, I'll leave directions below. And because I wanted it to be a pop-up, but I did 3 and a quarter from each end, made each one of these a quarter of an inch, or an inch. So then you get your little pop-up. And the key is just to get a nice flat part. There we go. And that's how you make. And there's no set measurements. It's however big you want it or however small you want it. So I just took a piece of put this on here, decorated it with some more flowers, did some stamping, and that made the 94. So this is my happy birthday mom card. And I won't do all that stamping because you know how to do stamping. So that is our first card. And for our second card, I used the trellis again, but this card is our A2 card, and I cut the trellis in half. And that is how I got that done. And I won't, it's the same idea. Use the adhesive sheets on one side and the glue on the other. And just place that on there. And then, of course, the sentiment will cover up the rough part of that. And then I just glued on some more flowers that I fussy cut. Get back here. Okay. And I already put dimensions on our blue flowers. Stuck them in the middle. And I used vellum on this. It probably doesn't show up quite as nicely, but these are all cut with the punch with vellum. And the vellum tape runner that I got on Amazon. So just Oh, keep putting it on upside down. After you put those dimensions on it, you can always, there we go. So the nice thing about this particular tape runner is that it's good for vellum specifically, so you can't see it. Okay, and then I used the 2023 In Color Jewels because it has the yellow on it. So I put one of these on the center of each flower. There we go. Try to get that centered. And then the ones that are slightly blue, I put on the sentiment itself. And there's card number 2. Pretty quick and easy. And the last card that I want to show you today is a little hello, which is the sentiment that comes, of course, with the stamp set. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to do the stamping of the inside and the outside of the card. So Pacific Point is the color that we've been using for all of our cards today. And so, okay, so this will be the outside of the card. And for the inside of the card, we'll just use the same stamp. And there we go for that flower. Then we will use the second flower. So when you, again, the rule that of course can always be broken is to work in odd numbers. So we'll put just 2 yellow flowers here. So there's the front part of the card, and the inside of the card I just kept with the blue. And this time I used Old Olive for the greenery. Okay, so let's just get some neat greenery on here. This kind of interesting little greenery. Kind of a vine, I don't know. And then for the inside, okay, that's all we'll do for that particular leaf. And this one here, let's and the leaves really can go anywhere because that's the way gardening goes. Okay, I'm not going to use that other one this time. So we'll work on the front of the card first. So let me just get rid of this piece here. So we've got this is the front, this is the inside. So this is how we get, when you're really organized, you can whip up cards pretty quickly. See how helpful that was? I put my dimensions on and then it gets stuck to my tape runner. Oh, you know, there's always some little, trying to be efficient. It doesn't always work. Okay. Okay, front of the card. There we go. Inside of the card. There we go. Now, okay, I'll put that on. We will put a foam sheet on this card because I wanted it to really pop up. And if you put those individual ones on, I'll tell you, there'd be a lot. Okay, I think I got that even. This one we'll put on the inside. I put the card on close to a wipe, and we got a little bit of moisture happening there, but hopefully it'll dry and it'll be just perfect. Okay, so a little hello. That's why the card looks so different. I put it upside down. Oh my word. Okay, well, we'll just fix that up too. And I used the blue from the, what are these called? Holiday rhinestones. Boy, I tell you, these have come in handy for all kinds of neat projects. So there we go for that one. So those are our cards today. I hope you enjoyed them and felt some inspiration, and I'm always happy to get a specific card done. So there we go. Mom's birthday card, 2 other cards. Thank you very much for dropping by. I hope you enjoyed that and came away with an idea or two. Thank you for your subscriptions, your kind words, and don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now.